Don't stop. Pause. Don't stop. Pause. Don't stop. Pause. Don't stop. Pause.
We'll be starting at 10 o'clock, y'all. 10 o'clock. Be on the lookout.
Don't stop. Pause. Don't stop. Don't stop. Pause. Don't stop. Pause. Laut, da, Gift, Records. 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 Laut, da, Gift.
Taste my steel. Turn the fuck up. Okay, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me put me back on here. All right, so all mics are on. Hope everybody can hear me. All right, here we go. So let's remove that. Let's put me back on screen, and here we go. So last week we couldn't be here. I went to pick my son up from Minnesota. You know, he just graduated college, got his associate degree. So you know, he's making moves to do better, bigger and better things, right? So I can put more, you know, love into what it is that I do. I left you guys with we were gonna be doing Jackson Swade today, okay? Jackson Swade, the guy that was on the airplane, right? If you guys, I'm gonna do a little revamp, okay? I'm gonna go through it real quick because it's been almost 2 weeks, and there could be new people on line right now. My other three social medias are up over there. YouTube's up. Okay, so if you're on Facebook and whatnot, then you guys can interact with me, right? You can put commentary and whatnot on it, and I'll be able to see that. So, good morning, everybody. I'm W.O. White III, and I'm the author, creator, founder, the whole nine, you know, the creativity and whatnot of FLUX, the FLUX Continuum. That's the name of the business, okay? It's a lot goes into FLUX Continuum, but what we do here is I go through the book, right? I'm writing a series of books that follow the Zodiac Guardian. So again, I was always told visuals are better. So here we go. These are the Zodiac Guardians. Okay, so we start here. You know, we just do things according, you know, to make it as easy as possible because we are following 12 characters, right? And these 12 characters start at January, which is Aquarius, all the way to Capricorn at the end of the year, December. So each one of these characters received, well, let's say the Earth-based characters, right? So Flux is a story about um, the beginning to the end of the universe. Okay, so what happened in the beginning? You know what we know due to the Bible, but I move some stuff around. I make it mine, right? Remember, it's just a story. It's a sci-fi series, and we tell about how basically, ultimately, how the Lords of Chaos challenged the Lords of Order. So that's pretty much what the story is about. But for inclusion, if you will, so that everybody can understand, like, hey, so I made sure that we each one of us follow one of our zodiac characters, right? Depending on your zodiac sign, that's the character you'll follow. Now I'm gonna run through real quick because again, I know it's been about 2 weeks and we could have new people linking in today. So here we go. I'm gonna start with Aquarius. This is Aquarius, Stratus, hero of Aquarius, right? Um, each one of these characters has an alpha star in the constellation which they come from. So all 12 characters in the constellation they come from. No, I'm saying that wrong. Correction. In the constellation that each one of these guys has been designated to protect. Let's put it like that. These guys are supposed to protect one of the each one has their own constellation. That constellation has an alpha star. And the alpha star is considered an omniversal star in the flux continuum. That star radiates across all realities simultaneously, so that the, depending on what Earth or what Earth like throughout the multiverse, that star is a constant to and even paradise, which is the one true Earth, it can see that omniversal star. So each constellation has an omniversal star. That's what I'm letting you know, right? And around that omniversal star is a planet. Now, we being here on Earth, we call the entire constellation Aquarius. Well, in the flux continuum, I rewrote that. So technically, there's a planet that resides around that alpha star with that omniversal star, and that planet is the actual name Aquarius. So on the planet of Aquarius, Stratus is their protector. Now, what's so significant about each one of these planets that orbit an omniversal star? Well, somewhere during the alignment with Earth, the one true paradise, and we got pyramids and whatnot, guys. You guys know this, right? In reality. So I use the pyramids as transportation devices. So when we wonder what happened to so many societies that just seem to mysteriously vanish, in the flux continuum, they would transport it to one of the constellations. That's like some theory, some great gems dropped in today to give you guys a clear concept of what we're doing here at Flux Continuum. There's a lot going on, so you technically follow your zodiac character, and as we proceed through. Now, Stratus is he protects Aquarius, right? He's designated to protect Aquarius. And we probably will get to it because it's in book 3. Okay, so this is for all you February, you Pisceans. This is your protector. She's an alpha guardian. Her name is Karma, and she's the queen of Pisces. Now, the difference between the other dimensional or zodiac guardians, there are 3 alpha guardians. Alpha guardians have always been doing whatever it is that they were doing. They were living their lives. They're like thousands of years old, right? But the story of Flux is technically book 1 is the origin story of the Earth-based zodiac guardians. Okay, that's what book 1 is clearly about, right? So anyway, we got Karma, right, as the queen of Pisces. She's an alpha guardian, right? I'll let you know Earth-based character. So Stratus is an Earth-based character. Okay, this is his. He's just a regular zodiac guardian, but Karma is an alpha guardian. Then there are 2 more, and I'll let you guys know that. This is Ember, Earth-based. She's the guardian of Aries. So yeah, her story is it starts in pretty much book 3, and I think I ended in book 4. So she's the guardian of Aries. So each one of these guys are designated as a defender or a protector, and I just use synonyms that relate with defenders and protectors. So each one has their own little title. Pulse, for all you Taurus out there, this is Pulse, the paladin of Taurus, electromagnetic, all that. He's Earth based too. Okay, so this is Asita, one half of the Gemini. She is an AI, artificial intelligence. She is the one that was actually given the actual power, though. She is the one that's linked, but she is Earth based, right? AIs come from Earth, right? Well, at least the ones we know about. Okay, so this is the second half of the Gemini. This is Adam. He's Earth based. He's Earth based too. Ultimate molecular structure. He is the shield of Gemini, and Asita, she is the angel of Gemini. So you're protectors, right? Okay, now we move to Cancer. You guys, this is the Lord of Cancer. His name is Gravtate, like gravity, but Gravtate, right? He's an insect, or he comes from a world where there are insectums, and they're called the Bakrata. And Cancer, that's your defender right there. He's the Lord of Cancer. Believe me, he is the Lord of Cancer, and he's basically the antagonizer in book 1 and 2. Okay, heads up. All right. And he's not Earth based. He's not Earth based. Now, this is Shift. She's Earth based. Okay. She is the shepherd of Leo. So, for all you Leos out there, this is your protector. Okay. Be on the lookout for her. Her story is coming. She has to go to the singularity, and she'll be fighting like major super villains and stuff. Okay, so it's gonna be off the chain, y'all. It's gonna be off the chain. Stay with me. All right, this is defender of Virgo, Nexa. She's the defender of Virgo. She's one of the alpha guardians. She's been around for like 1,000+ years. She's been doing the job already. Okay, so yes, she looks extremely human, and she is from an alternate planet called Virgo, but it's like a copy of our Earth. Just things there happen differently. That's all. Okay, so for you Libras, this is the Sentinel of Libra. He is intellect. He is also the information technology guy. He has quantum bands that can do all types of stuff. Okay, and he's here to rep for the Libras. All right, this is your Scorpio right here. Friction. She's the savior of Scorpio. I think her story is in book 4. I think I wrote it in book 4. how she goes to the constellation of Scorpio. And yeah, she's got to protect those people and save them. So she's the savior of Scorpio, and she's Earth based as well. This is our last Alpha Guardian. This is Fame. He's the heir to Sagittarius. Okay, he's the heir to Sagittarius. He hasn't quite become the zodiac guardian he should be. So he's more of an heir. And, there's some things that he has to work through. And yeah, we're gonna kind of tell that story, most of it, throughout the 12 issue series. So he is the Sagittarian heir. So his name is Fame. He's half dragon, half elemental. And we end with Capricorn, and this is Phase. He is the Aegis of Capricorn. I'm still thinking about how we're gonna do that. I do have some great ideas. Phase is somebody who basically can phase and grow. He's mass manipulation, if you will. But this guy, man, I mean, I think his world is gonna be so dope when we get there. But anyway, y'all, look. So now I got to still, hit you with a recap. That was just the Zodiac Guardians right there, man. That was the Zodiac Guardians, and I do have the 3-book limited series, not issue, and it's not limited. I do have the 3-book deal bundle on the store. Now, what I will tell everybody is I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna do book 1 in its entirety. I'm just put the chapters on, and between chapters, we're gonna have flash sales. We might even have some auctions with, I'm gonna bring out all the comic books from like 2000, the ones I got, and start auctioning them off if you guys want them, so bring everybody who's into this. Maybe, I got something you don't have. I do have some, I call them miscellaneous comics. I do have some of those, and at the same time, maybe it's something you guys could look into. Some of them like from the 90s too, okay? Because I've been around for a while, y'all. I'm 52, okay? So I've been around for a while, and I collected some, and I lost a lot of them in the military, moving all around. But the ones I was able to keep, I do have them in a great. They're in great condition to me. They're very decent for me to have moved around the world, and if I got them in great, condition, I will, pull them out and let you guys take a look at them for your auction or whatever. But we're gonna have flash sale. We're gonna do all of that Saturday. Starting at 10, we're gonna do each chapter. In between chapters, we'll do flash sales and auctions. You guys come kick it with me for like 4 hours. I'm gonna move my mobile desk into the kitchen pretty much, where I'll be barbecuing, if you will, get preparing meat and stuff. So we can talk about that too if y'all guys want to. But y'all come kick it with me. I think it takes about 4 hours, so you got a total of 4 hours between like maybe 10 to 2, possibly 3, because we will do some things in between. All right, so I have to do the recap of what we've done so far. I don't want to go through the entire book, but I will hit what happened recently, right before we get to Jackson Swade, right? This the young man that was on the plane on his way to New Beginnings, and he had just got the contract with Thermodyne, which is it's the major tech facility that's in the Flux continuum, that's on Earth anyway. So, all right, so we started about, I'm gonna say, well, we're not gonna go back as far as Glurt. That's too far. Commander Crente, Monet Lagos, Fang. You guys been through that already. The key area, Glurt. So we haven't gotten the Fang yet. But we do have Monet Lagos, Commander Crente, Glurt. Glurt still doing his thing. Dr. Afanasi Sidorov, W.O. White III. Am I in the wrong book? No, I'm in the right book. Okay. All right, so we're on chapter, I think we just hit chapter 5, and that'll be approximately page like 90 something, right? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, my bad, y'all. It took so long to get there. But look, book 1, we're going to start at Commander Tremte, then Han. Yeah, and then that'll bring us to chapter 5. Chapter 5. Okay, chapter 5, page 103. All right, so this is chapter 5. It's the last chapter in book 1, and it's going to try to sum up. Remember, we have so many characters that are earth-based that are actually been struck by these shiny orbs that ran into them. They turned into light, they vanished, and so far they've been coming back slowly. So now that we got these guys coming back, we're gonna do it pulse and intake. So pulse and intake. Intake's making a creating all types of technology. He's connecting the dots for the scientists who have certain theories about whatever technology or weaponry or whatever. Also, we got Post teleporting around the world. Okay, he's teleporting and he's dropping off huge amounts of like maybe impact armor. You guys remember impact armor? It's going to be the new uniform that majority of the world wears during the flux continuum or within the flux continuum. And that's pretty much what Pulse and Intake were doing. And Pulse was doing, thinking about, the world and some of the things that's going on and how the people look at him, stuff like that. So we were just giving you some insight on Pulse. And remember, Pulse is the paladin of Taurus. So that was for you Taurus people. And then we jump from Pulse and we jump back to the Bakata. Because remember, the Bakata, Glurt, the or we could say Gravite now, right? Gravite has already told Commander Trimble, and he specified as a recon merge because he's in the recon merge. He already specified where he wants him to search for the power that they lost, which was technically on Cancer at first, right? Because they were the protectors of the ceremonial orbs. Okay, so but everything that happened to that planet and everything, we're not gonna go that far back. But anyway, so Trimble has like a first officer, right? It's called second seat for the Bakata. So he's the second seat, and basically, Commander Trimble has ordered him to release 4 Galaxians. Now, we're gonna go through the Galaxian process. I think I put it in book 3, like how the Bakata actually go through this procedure, man. It's brutal. And so anyway, second seat Danger has to 2S Danger has to release 4 Galaxians, and basically what he does is he targets the Titan shield facilities. Remember the Titan shield that's on this 4 major ones on the planet, and they basically put up a white noise barrier around our planet so that we won't be swayed by alien technology. That's pretty much what it is to protect us. So basically, that's what 2S Danger does. He sends the Galaxians down and there to target the Titan shield facilities so that when they do attack, they'll be able to report back. So the closer they get to our omniversal star, because our star is omniversal, right? We on a different realm from everybody else. We are the one true planet Earth, right? I mean, there might be others out there. Guys, remember we just got back from picking up my son, and we have family that happen to be in town, and they're here, so they don't know about podcasts and stuff. But anyway, let's move forward though. So anyway, 2S Danger and the Galaxians go down and they target the Titan shield facilities. Now, after that, we jump over to Eloise Rothstein. She was the PhD professor that was in Stuttgart, Germany, and she but basically she was hit with an orb while she was on her way home. And after she got home, well, no, she never even made it home. So she was struck with the orb. So basically, that was her return. She came back in the Amazon forest. And what she was able to do is she was able to take all of the synergy, that's like or the essence that still remained after this big brush fire. Well, everybody knows the fire comes from Ember, right? Because she's hot-headed and she burned up a lot of stuff. So anyway, but what she has to do is Ember's fire has burned basically so much of the Amazon jungle and so many animals and everything that are suffering, or those that perished. So what she does, she pushes her hands into the ground and she revitalizes the 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 the, the, the land. That's what she does, right? And because of that type of energy and the creepy crawlies or whatnot, little bugs and stuff, I call them. I would say that they're non-complex organism, so she's able to almost extrapolate everything that's in the ground and everything and give uh, life a push. So what she does is basically right there in front of, well, anyway, the other harbingers show up, the other zodiac guardians that are currently already moving around, they show up. And when they show up, they get to see all of this, and they're all amazed how she brought life back, right? But technically, what's in her heart, remember, it's the orb that's called the life. That's exactly like she has a direct connection, and that's why shift can change into any life form. All right, so I know, but I got to get to this video, guys, so you guys can see the video. So hold on. All right, and after that, here we go. We come into Jackson Swade, the young man that was on the plane, and he got struck by the orb. So now you guys are getting ready to find out what's happening to this guy. Okay, so prepare yourself. I'm gonna let you guys peep out this video, and I'll be right back, y'all, right after the video to give you my input.
Jackson Swade, Large Hadron Collider, CERN Point 8, France, Earth. 6 days ago, the Large Hadron Collider's artificial intelligence experienced a malfunction and crashed. Researchers and technicians have worked non-stop to bring the machine back online. All attempts have failed. The system registers a large blockage in the particle accelerator rings. Workers have walked the rings and cannot locate a blockage. Today, technicians work to replace the rings when a spark of energy splits through dimensional barriers. An orb phases between this reality and one unknown, strengthening and stabilizing with each fluctuation. The orb causes the collider's automatic blast doors to seal and security lockdown protocols to engage. The collider's alarms ring throughout the facility. Protective plates slide and lock into place, providing blast protection for researchers trapped inside. A woman hysterically yells out, "What's happening?" Systems online. Sequence initiating in 3, 2, 1. An automated voice sounds through the speakers. "I think the collider just fired. We need to get out of here," another researcher yells in a terrified voice. Once the two atomic particles impact within the collider, energy tendrils erupt from the alien object. The orb soaks in the energy released by the colliding protons, swirling and molding the energy into a male form. As the last of the workers find cover, layers of cyananotech alloy stream from the orb. It covers and layers the form in a glowing ebony exoskeleton, with silver Q quartz covering his face. The onlookers remain frozen in place as things occur right before their eyes. Jackson Swade awakes, shouting with excitement, "I can see again!" As he stands to his feet, he catches a glimpse of his reflection. Even as he stares at his reflection, he is amazed at what he sees. He can barely believe his eyes. The last thing he recalls is sitting first class on a plane. He confusingly speaks his thoughts aloud, and a voice answers in his mind. "How did I get here? Where am I?" "You are located at CERN LHC Point 8, France." "Who said that?" "This is the Artificial Intelligence Simulacrum Information Technology Assistant. This intelligence has been disconnected from the Collider network. New string relay and quantum hardware has been detected. Infinite processing capabilities have been detected. Unlimited storage detected. Diagnostics running. Processing encrypted atomic software upgrades. Restarting intelligence." "What just happened?" Jackson continues to speak aloud. "Whose voice is that? This is crazy. What is going on? What day is it?" A female worker peers from behind a protective shielding to get a peek at the man talking to himself. "Hey, I can see you. Yes, you," Jackson says to the lady. She slowly peers from behind the shielding and replies, "Are you one of the enhanced humans?" Jackson continues to blurt out more questions. The young lady answers as many of his questions to the best of her ability. She is in awe at the sight of an enhanced being, barely able to process the man in front of her. It quantifies that there is life out there amongst the stars. Someone must have alerted security. They arrive with an impressive force. Jackson instinctively puts his hands up. He doesn't want to get shot. It is more of a reflex, a life-saving skill from his childhood days. As additional personnel begin to show up, Jackson continues to have a difficult time adjusting to his new reality. I think he's one of those new enhanced humans, a person whispers from behind the protective shield. Why are you calling me an enhanced human? Jackson curiously asked the lady that continues to answer his questions. Look at yourself, excitedly she replies. As Jackson takes a second to look at himself, he shakes his head in disbelief. I'm Emily. What's your name? The young lady asks. My name is Jackson. What happened to the plane? Emily didn't have the answers that Jackson needed. She continues to answer the questions that she can. Security stands down and other personnel return to duty. Jackson, however, remains clueless to events occurring on the planet. Emily establishes a connection to the IQ Matrix app and brings it online. Jackson stares at the monitor, barely able to take it all in. He watches and learns how things have changed since he vanished. Reports of 4 extremely destructive aliens flash across the monitor. Live on-site transmissions are streamed directly into the IQ Matrix by those equipped with impact armor. Several reports have been received showing visual imagery of human beings being consumed by large alien bugs. The alien invaders drain the bioessence from all organic life that they encounter. Only those protected with impact armor remain shielded from the creature's bioconsumption. To Jackson's dismay, he notices there are others like himself, wearing space armors as well. They've been dispatched around the planet to battle these alien invaders from another world. Jackson notices the space armor he's wearing and wonders if he is expected to fight giant bugs too. He's also wondering if he's losing his sanity as he watches giant blurred space bugs invade Earth. His only desire is to wake up from this nightmare. The humans with exoskeletons have extraordinary abilities. Jackson wonders what he can do. After attempting to fire a discharge from his hand, he thinks, maybe I received a broken suit. Jackson continues having a difficult time processing the current events. Emily motions for Jackson to have a seat. She can tell he's having a difficult time adjusting to his new reality. One question lingers and constantly reverberates in Jackson's mind. Will I ever be human again? After several minutes attempting to get the silver helmet off, Jackson gives up his efforts to remove it. Longing for some semblance of normalcy, he envies the other enhanced humans. They can reveal their human faces. Jackson cringes as an overwhelming feeling of depression begins to consume him.
Okay, y'all. So bring y'all back in. All right, yo. So y'all heard it right there, right? This is Jackson Swade coming back. Everything didn't go properly. I mean, I know you guys are picking up that this should have never happened on our planet, okay? But because it has, there's something, there's certain things that don't quite click right. And, you guys will pick it up along the way. Now, Jackson Swade, what happened with him is he vanished. So once he vanished from the airplane, he spent like 6 days in complete darkness. I would give you, if you guys ever had a long night and you couldn't sleep, and it just like, you laying in the dark and you just keep laying in the dark, you think maybe you'll fall asleep. You check the clock, you like, man, it's only been 2 minutes, but I feel like I've been up like an hour. So that's kind of what he was experiencing, something like that. He was in complete darkness. There was no light. So even if he was woke, he was still like technically asleep. So after a whole day, after the 6 days, what happened with Adam? See, can I get you guys to see me? All right, here we go. Let me bring Adam up. All right, here we go. So what Adam did was once he woke up, right? You guys heard it. All of the characters that have won Zodiac Guardians so far, they wake up. You notice the orb shimmers back. It basically vibrates back to the hour frequency, which is PU.432.00. So that's our frequency in the universe, right? It's 432 ohms, right? So what he does, what his orb does, it syncs with our vibrational rhythm because it's back on Earth now. and then the cyananotech armor spews from the orb, right, basically into a male form, right? Because I mean, we've done this a few times, right? Okay, so when the orb comes back, but what it does before it even starts releasing the cyananotech armor, what it does is it activates, right? It comes back. Each one of the orbs, if you notice, each character that is returned, they've returned somewhere where that power was. So, in the sake of Ember, she woke up, she was on the corona of our sun. So, she was basically at our star, like deep into the corona, like halfway down into the corona, right? Phase, he, when he woke up, he was at the bottom of the, near the core of our planet where pressure is extreme, right? Where did Intake wake up at? Oh, he woke up in the satellite, the orbit for the satellite. So each character wakes up where basically with their power, where they need to draw from some substance, and that power works accordingly. So Jackson Swade basically woke up in a Hadron Collider. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Just in case you hadn't, I'm thinking. I think we're supposed to have 2 of them on the planet, possibly 3. I don't know, but they call it CERN, right? CERN. It's in France, or let's say it's in France and Sweden, I believe. It crosses their border. It's something that's supposed to be maybe so many miles or something, and they shoot particles, and both of those particles run into each other. And my understanding is it gives them an idea of what the Big Bang was supposed to look like. But again, I would have to think so much more going on at CERN, right? Especially with the way technology took off, right? All right. So anyway, so when the orb activates everything, right? Basically Jackson Swade comes back. That's basically what happens. And all of these fail safes are activated for the people to protect them. And when Adam comes out, basically, even though the woman is peeking from, but he can see. Basically, he can see through certain matter, so he can just see her, right? And because he's still fully, in his full armor, right? So he can still see her, and he basically starts talking to her. They go through it. You can tell that his mind is kind of blown, because what Adam didn't experience, or what Jackson Swade did not experience, is the neural feed. You guys remember the neural feed? It's like I always say a MP4, like a file you can keep revisiting, and it basically tells you how your powers work, your abilities, what you're here for. It basically is an instruction, a video instruction manual, right? Each one of the characters had to go through it, but they can still access it. So the neural feed is like let me check the glossary real quick, because I want to tell you what else the neural feed. Come on. Here we go. Glossary. All right. Come on. Here we go. The neural feed. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring up this neural feed. Yes, Commander Earth gives some galactic. The Imperial Codex. That's what it's called, right? It's basically a neural feed, a neurological streaming feed that your mind can access. So, what an Imperial Codex is, it's an embedded neurological feed recording contained within the orb. It is activated during the Gifts of Power ceremony. It contains information on how to wield the ancient artifact. It prepares the users for advanced mental upgrades, to include but not limited to planetary strategies, alien tactics, and power input-output variables. So that's basically what the Imperial Codex does, right? But Adam didn't receive it. So he's kind of like, ugh, right? He's clueless. He was just in the dark. So I want you guys to try to rationalize why he's acting out. But if you could just wake up and all of a sudden you can see again and things are happening, then it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, I'm no longer blind, basically. And he didn't even go through talking about anything to eat, if you guys didn't notice that. All right, so basically, We find out the young lady's name is Emily. That's answering most of his questions. She's basically gonna be the one that assist him until somebody come and scoops him up. And Adam tries. He basically is exposed through the IQ matrix, right? Someone used the IQ matrix to show him what's going on in the world currently. And he's only been gone 6 days, and like basically Earth is basically getting ready to get attacked, right? You feel me? So, and then he knows there are other people like him there too, but he wonders why he can't get the mask off his face. So he's already having some deficiency problems. And we'll find out why tomorrow. We definitely will. And if you guys didn't notice, in the beginning, Adam could hear a countdown, like the AI getting ready to reboot. Nobody else heard that. He was the only one to hear that. Okay? So basically, he can hear this AI in his head, and we're gonna find out what happened because the AI, he and the AI have been bonded, or when they get bonded, or whatever. We're gonna find out what are the repercussions of that, right? Not tomorrow, but we're gonna find out when we start book 2, and we'll start book 2 definitely after this Saturday, possibly maybe next Thursday. Maybe next Thursday we'll start book 2. But anyway, y'all, that's pretty much what happened with Jackson Sway, right? It was basically for the people to understand this guy didn't experience what everybody else experienced, like the Imperial Codex neurofeed, nor did he get any instructions on what it is, and he has nothing to bring to the team. Basically, each one of the orb wielders who showed back up, they brought information on what the true threat is. So Intech is compiling all this information. Jackson Sway, aka the Atom, has nothing to offer because he's been in complete darkness. But what we did here is the AI rebooting. So once the AI completes its rebooting process, then we'll probably find out what's going on. And then, we'll be moving more and more into book 2. There are a few things that their character bios. I think they might play. I think we're going to play those too. So that's why I say anywhere between 4 and 5 hours. Okay, so tomorrow is basically the last page, page 119, right? Even though it goes to page 240 something. At page 119, we actually stopped the story in book 1. We ended by what you're going to hear the AI go through. And then we have so many character bios in the back. I want to say 6 because 6 and 6, right? So we have 6 character bios in the back of book 1, and then we have the glossary starting on page 133. Okay, so that's how I reference sometimes when I'm talking to you guys. I reference it like the Imperial Codex, right? I mean, I can't remember everything I wrote, but I know I had a zeal for this stuff. So when I started writing, I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave anything behind. So that's how we got into the glossary. Also, so at the end of the glossary, and we won't go through the glossary, right? I won't play the glossary, even though the guy who did the audio book, he did everything in the book. So he did the actual glossary too, but we won't play the glossary Saturday, okay? But what we will do, we will play reflections. So I told you guys sometimes I have maybe a character in the book that reflects on some of the things that happen that you guys probably for the momentum of the book, okay, to keep the book going and to keep the momentum of the book, because I mean there's a plot, there's a plan in my writing. I might put something in the back of the book called reflections. And reflection is just maybe one of the characters reflecting on something that transpired that I probably haven't informed you guys of. So that'll actually play Saturday too, because it's part of it. We'll play that, and then still going through the book. So then I have, so that's oh yeah, I can do that one by itself almost. Yeah, this reflections is big. Well, I'm gonna get let me get a Taurus a shout out. I must have been going through a Taurus phase that in this writing because Pulse, he getting a lot of time. Okay, so anyway, and we're gonna do Flux sequence of astrometry prelude to book 2. So in book 2, I talk about the Aquarians, right? There's a quick little something on the Aquarians, because remember, each one of the characters get to go to their own constellation, whatever. So I'm letting you know right now, the first constellation we're going to go to is Aquarius. Now, will they all be in that order? No, but that's who we're going to see first. So it's just like a page and a half that talks about the Aquarians, and it's something that I already wrote. But it gives you, an idea of how Flux will be moving forward, and because there's more going on than just Earth being invaded. There's so much more going on. And remember, you guys, if you ever get lost in the story, it's an epic tale of the Lords of Chaos versus the Lords of Order. And what the reader does, they follow one of the 12 Zodiac Guardians throughout the book. Yes. Are there other people that show up? Yes. Are there backstories? Yes. Before we go to a planet or a constellation, I got to give you some background on it. You know what I mean? And that will show up in the books and stuff too. So, hey, y'all, again, like, I don't like to keep people, but again, I would like for you guys, whenever you're ready, you can ask questions. Whenever you want to, you can send some commentary. My store is out there. There's always something on it. But remember, Saturday, I have to go in and change the prices. Or maybe I just do all that stuff from flash sale, because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I'm thinking maybe, sell some stuff like 25% off. You know what I mean? Start selling, getting some of this product sold so I can re-up, and we can go ahead and make enough money to release book 4. Yeah, I really want to release that, y'all. I mean, because it's been almost a year since I released book 3. And, I'm trying to stay, at a certain tempo. Being 52, we talk to the people. Okay. Being 52 is more like, I guess, we look at time. I still got family, got things going on in life. And then I want to also, be able to make sure I get these 12 books put out. So, and as long as I stay with the schedule every year and a half, then I think, I can have this knocked out in no time. But I would love to have the books already completed too. That's more than anything. I would love to have these books completed. So, hey, you guys let your people know. Remember Saturday, I will put out that link. Probably Friday morning. Put out the link and letting everybody know that we're gonna have the maybe 25% off everything in the store. Um, get some of this stuff sold. Start shipping you guys some stuff out. Um, you know, compiling money, right, so that we can get book 4 put out. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. I mean, I kind of did, right? I kind of modeled Adam after me, right? I mean, it's a black guy, right? And he's on his way to new beginnings, and I was going through, like, remember, I went through near-death experience. That's what I call the cancer, when I had to go through cancer. And yeah, it was near death, but it was a time where I know I don't know. The book actually helped me maintain, and I don't want to say it gave me a reason to live, but it gave me kind of like a purpose. You know what I mean? I had been dreaming about it, and I've just started writing, and I was writing and writing, and then I had to take all my notes and smooth them out, and then it started happening. My wife got involved and started talking like, hey, let's do this and this with it. So yeah, um if you guys come, we actually gonna have some t-shirts. I still got, yeah, I got t-shirts. I got a few t-shirts left. We also have some hoodies. Remember, I'm gonna bring out the extensive comic books that I've collected over the years, right? And we're gonna probably auction off some of those, or maybe raffle. No, we can't raffle. Remember also, with a purchase, comes a ticket. Okay. So when you give me a ticket, no, correction. When you purchase from Flux Continuum, you get a ticket put into the raffle wheel. Can you guys see that? You get that put into the raffle wheel. Okay. And then depending on what we selling or what's being raffled off, maybe a tumbler or something, right? Because they're unique, right? They're unique only to Flux, and you can only get them from me. So, we might raffle off maybe that. maybe a tray. I haven't actually introduced you guys to the Flux cuties yet. The cute version, the baby version of the Flux, the Zodiac Guardians. But I mean, I will, and we have some of those in too. Some of those could be raffled off. But to get into the raffle, you have to purchase. That's what must happen. So, and then once we get 10 people, we'll have the first raffle. After the first 10 people, it'll jump to 25. After that, 50. We don't start over. We just add to the number. And I can keep tabs by how many people purchase. So, and we're going to keep this going at each time. Maybe be able to raffle off something, a little bit more until we get to those 3D posters. I love those 3D posters because they have the 3 images embedded in them. This image, which is of the Zodiac Guardians, and then this image, which is of the Lords of Chaos. That's basically what they are. I call them the anti-gods and the deadly sins. And then the trilogy, right? The first 3 books in my I don't even know what you call 12 books. I'm gonna say in my series of the story. Okay, so that's what's in there, y'all. That's what I'm doing. You guys, chime in when you're ready. Hit my store. I mean, we got things as low as and by the way, y'all can peep out my my line up here to support. You can share, like, follow. I'm at flux_chaos, and you can donate at my Cash App. Stickers are as low as $5. They might be like maybe $3.75 Saturday, right? You can go ahead and get your Zodiac stickers. It'll be with one. It's not like this, okay? That's who we'll be talking about tomorrow anyway, y'all. The Angel of Gemini. So they don't look like these cards, but each one of them, they look something like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. But basically, they look something like this. Each one of them. All right. And they're big. They're big as my hand. They're big as my hand. Okay. So with that, y'all, thank y'all for joining me today. Make sure y'all don't forget to be here Saturday. Saturday is the day. Saturday is the day because I'm going to be in there, getting that brisket ready. Yeah, I'm going to be queuing. I got this new, I'm going to call it a pit boss, I think. And I'm going to be barbecuing, okay? So, you guys get to watch me possibly, okay, inject the meat and all the little things I do to the brisket, it's just a little something. And I kind of pride myself on it. I live here in Texas. I've been here for like 15 years. I mean, it's kind of something they do, when all the guys get together, we go to somebody's house for a function or something. All the guys, I always catch all the guys, we all want to stand around the grill and peep it out. I just think that's so funny how all the men kind of gravitate to the grill to make sure, hey, whoever's grilling is up to par. I just think it's hilarious to me. But okay, y'all, thank y'all for joining me. I want y'all to know we made it all the way to Minnesota and back safely. Of course, me, right? I'm the one that gets the ticket, right? That's the things like that happen to me. I'm the one that gets the ticket, right? I'm doing 10 over the speed limit, just trying to get back. But anyway, but we all made it back safely. My son graduated. Also, he got an offer at another school to the 4-year school. So, I guess maybe, great things could be happening in his future. So, I mean, I guess I'm happy. I like what Flux is. I want to thank everybody who shares and all of that. I want to thank y'all for that. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, y'all. Thank you. If you talk to people that do what I do, or people that's like me, people who make their own books, the indie guys, I would like to do a podcast and then have you same people show up at the podcast where we discuss maybe what the industry is doing wrong with maybe sci-fi. And not just, to be commenting on what they're doing at the same time, to give praise, when they get it right. Like Rebel Moon Part 1, I think it just blew me away. So I would give like a 5 thumbs up or something like that. I think the movie was excellent. I mean, Part 2 was okay, but it just didn't have the same impact. But part one I love. So, I would definitely get out a big thumbs up. And I think whoever directed that, I mean, man, I could, we can look into those kind of things. There's people here that says, hey, we got so many indie people that's coming in doing their own. Maybe that could be other opportunities. So we want to do something that I guess that brings us up, right? As a I almost said a culture, but we sci-fi, right? Ever since they released the Sci-Fi Channel when I was a kid, I wasn't a kid. I think I was grown when Sci-Fi Channel first came on. Just like maybe 25, 30 years ago, Sci-Fi Channel started. And it opened doors, y'all. It opened doors. I can't explain to you guys what we had back then. It just the creativity was there, but the technology wasn't. So we didn't have what you guys have now. And you guys, it's so readily available. Anybody can go viral, all of that stuff. I'm going to get off my soapbox, okay? Because I know this is about sci-fi, but I mean, let's connect us together, y'all. We never know who can open doors and who can assist each other, okay? Because I mean, I know I need assistance, right? But I mean, if I can help somebody else out, then that's what's up. All right, y'all have a wonderful going into your weekend. Make sure you knock today out, and just remember, tomorrow could be the last day of the week for you. And if it's not, make sure you hear Saturday. Make sure you tell your kids, and yeah, make sure give them a couple of dollars so they can go ahead and order and let you know what they want. And bring them all out. We're gonna be doing this for 12 hours. I'm gonna let the actual clip for the whole chapter go, so that will play and you get to, maybe get more context of the story. Just put it on in your ear, y'all. And while you're running around doing yard work or whatever, okay? Thank y'all for coming. I'm W.O. White III, your facilitator through the FLUX Continuum. And like I said, thanks for joining me, y'all. Appreciate it. All right, we out. Oh, why don't I do that? I got about 6 minutes. I can let that play. I can let that play.
Flaunt, da, Gift, Records. Flaunt, da, Gift, Records. Flaunt, da, Gift, Records. Flaunt, da, Gift, Records. Flaunt, da, Gift, Records.
All right, y'all. We out. Y'all have a nice weekend. Don't forget to have a nice weekend, y'all. We out. FLUX.